What's up? Welcome to the No Mongo Podcast, a weekly show about all things RC cars. My name is Rick Beta. You can follow along on social media at Rick Beta. That's RickBata. Or you can always email the show 24/7, 365 at nomongopodcast@gmail.com. So, there are only a few skaters out there that cause me to either completely stop what I'm doing or, kind of hurry the hell up and finish what I'm, working on that moment. Josh Kalis is one of those dudes. He's one of those individuals. His out there, Josh Kalis, was time well spent, but it did kind of leave me a little frustrated. Frustrated actually over a couple things, but more, one was more serious than the other, but I'll chime in more on that in a minute. So it all started off, at the ill-fated Love Park spot, R.I.P. He was at Ground Zero. He drove from, Michigan to Philly to see it in person, just to witness, in his words, a place of death and destruction. I mean, that was straight facts, though. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, be warned. It's pretty bad. I mean, don't just take my word for it. It was so bad that Josh, he was holding back tears, getting a little choked up. Which also was, part of his drive and ambition and no problem in legally jacking some, pieces for his indoor granite park. And I love how he spun that too. Legally jack. He's all, I had to jack some legally. That's hilarious. I mean, I'm buying it. He sold me. I mean, not literally, of course, because, it was a jacking, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it was all in the smile. I had to point that out. It was all in his smile. If he didn't smile like that, I don't think I would have bought it, I wouldn't have seen, it would have just been a jack move, I would have called BS. Should he have, maybe he would, if he would have, mad dogged us or just kind of deadpan to the camera, the straight, just stone cold look, right after he said legally jack, I probably would have just nodded in silence or something, Maybe threw out you got a problem with that? Huh? Hold me back, man. Hold me back, cameraman. But for real, though, I mean, how did that work out? I mean, did you call up someone in Philly and ask for it? I mean, was it listed on a Facebook marketplace or Craigslist free section? How did he find out about that? Or was it all there? Free Love Park pieces. Come get it. Come and get them. Bring your own truck. I'm just curious, But I do believe him, though, when he said he would love to take all of it. It was sad and it was kind of depressing, to see it all there. Kind of like, those puppy commercials, adopt a pet commercials. It's kind of like all those pieces are just kind of looking at Josh going, no, take me, Josh. What about me? Sarah McLachlan's on the background, in the background. You know what? I'm supposed to be in Michigan next month. Here, maybe I'll convince my mom to let me borrow the Subaru. Say, Mom, you mind me putting on some miles in this bad boy? I'm going to drive. I'm going to go snag a piece or two. How cool would that be? Out there, Rick Beta. I'll send it to Thrasher. It'd just be me driving to pick up a small-ass piece of Love Park. Maybe I'll throw in a no-comply or no-comply 180 or two. Slap you some curbs. My out there would rip. Probably get tens of views. Don't laugh. It could happen. I want to see some destruction. Death and destruction, as per Josh. But I did like how he wanted a transition note to quote some. So let's transition to some happy stuff, We don't want to see Josh cry. Probably cried off camera. We don't want to see him cry. This is Josh Kalis we're talking about. However, think about it, though. He wasn't having too much fun avoiding all the, the trap doors at that muni spot. The thing's covered with trap doors. You see the size of those cracks, though? I mean, they're bigger than him. What happened to that spot? Has it always been like that? I mean, hell yeah. I mean, it's dangerous around there. Dude got sniped on more than one occasion, but he just kept trying. Which leads me to kind of where I got a little frustrated. I'm better now. It's been a couple days, 3 or 4 days since I last watched it, right? But I was like hoping, almost assuming that they would circle back to that that spot, that Muni spot the next day and get that line, you know? Oh, and maybe just kind of use movie magic or the power of editing. You know, they did the teaser to start, and then they'd end it, hey, yeah, he made it. Oh, actually, sorry, spoiler alert. He didn't get that. He was going for a 360 flip. And the spot was done once we heard him say, too dark? Yeah, I mean, it didn't look dark to us, but to him, yeah, it was probably hella dark. So no Kayla's tray flip to be seen there. I mean, there was one in the video. That was cool. I'm glad, but that would have been cool. Very cool. But I'm fine. I'm fine now. Really, I'm serious. I just had to get that off my chest. But, after I finally calmed down and watched it the second time, it did make sense, because the next scene, he was in his garage at his home. I just didn't connect the dots at the time and assume that they made the trek back. I was like, oh, yeah, no. I was just hoping that, like I said, they would edit it, show it later on. But that, the continuity would be kind of off, But damn, like I said, I wanted to see him land that 360 flip. He's got one of the best 360 flips in the game. That's why I was so hyped. Been a fan ever since the one he did, kind of the silhouette one, Welcome to Hell. That's when he won me over. Dude skated the hell out of a Marvin Gaye's, let's get it on. Ah! How many skaters can pull that song off? No one else has tried it, right? I've been on record. I don't care if people use the songs twice. Just have a good part. Have it stick out. Maybe have it be better than the person before you, right? Oh yeah, who else did that? Yeah, the better song, a better part's going to be remembered. Not too many skaters can skate to that song though, like he did. So skating to Marvin Gaye. That's Kayla's style right there. Oh boy, as I'm checking my notes. I almost had to kind of build up for this one. How about the story he told about the signed Thrasher covers? That had me busting up, like almost falling out of my chair laughing. Only because I totally understand his reasoning. Who in the hell doesn't include prepaid shipping for something like that? Duh. I mean, I wonder how many skaters are out there watching now. I should have looked. I don't know how many people viewed it. I should have looked at it. It's probably in the 50 to 70,000, I'm guessing right now. How many skaters out there watching right now are throwing stuff against the wall? Screaming like, Kalis, you never sent me back my signed mag, punk. WTF. I looked up to you, man. It's over between us. Now I know the truth. I mean, I don't know if he went on Instagram back in the day and says, hey, man, I don't know. Can't really. But I think about it. I probably would have done the same thing. He got an overwhelming response, which is cool, right? I mean, obviously, he's a dude. He's a living legend. But how in the hell do you think he's going to flip the bill for, what? He said like $1,000 plus to send it back to you? For something that he signed for you? It doesn't matter if it was a football, a jersey, a hat, or whatever. I mean, you have to provide the return shipping. That was so hilarious. I mean, that one's all on you. That's all on you. The ones who did that to Josh. That's on you. You're pointing at Josh, you got what, 3 fingers pointing back at you. I mean, I'm just curious, like, what happened to him? What was? Is there more stories? I bet some skaters asking that. Oh, I had to point this out too. His reasoning behind the only one he had left kind of changed in tone. Like the more he talked about it. Did you notice that? I mean, the more like his brain started to process what happened. And he said, some people would write letters or send stickers, in his brain. He's like, he's kind of reflecting. Oh, that was pretty cool. How awesome was that? It kind of like hit him like a ton of bricks and maybe like a, oh shit moment. But he quickly said, maybe they didn't include a return address or something like that. Yeah. Let's go back to talking about, happy things, please. Yeah. Okay. Camera guy, can you edit that out? We never had this conversation. Okay. Now, you want to know what that was, though, everyone tuning in who was expecting to get their cover Thrasher mag, their signed cover back? That's a legal jack. That's a legit legal jack. LLJ, baby. Straight up. He legally jacked y'all. It was legal. That's a legal jack in my opinion. I see you. I'm buying it. I said, I'm not literally buying it. Anyway, as I said earlier. That was hilarious. So he was probably thinking like, okay, I just need to pull the parachute on this topic right now. It's getting worse. Don't want to piss off any fans even more. What's crazy though is if you think about it, because he's one of the biggest, like, and most respected skaters, the most beloved skaters in the game. If he would have just gone on Instagram and said, "Hey fans, I'm in over my head, my bad," and maybe he did this, maybe I don't remember, but it's also to add in this key thing. I'd be like, here's the deal, guys. I will autograph all of these here for you. Every single one. You can watch me sign it. I'll film it, whatever. But you got to come get it yourself. Planes, trains, automobiles. I mean, get your ass over here because I can't flip this bill. And grab a mop while you're at it. Get to work. And he's got the little grin. Yeah. It's like, Mr. Kalis, I'm here to pick up my autograph cover. It would have happened. People would have showed up. They would have shown up in droves. That's all you need to do, Josh. I mean, it's all hindsight now. It's no big deal. But that was funny, though. That was just straight up. I wrote down legal jack. That was a legal jack. Jacked up. But it was legal. But maybe one day he'll find them all. They're all signed. And maybe you can go get them. I don't know. He's got a big garage. It's got a lot of stuff in there. His wife said it looks like a Red Robin, Hey, babe, I found all these bunch of Red Robin napkins and some signed covers. So got a bunch of people coming. They're going to be coming in the next couple weeks. Yeah. Plus, I'm sure, they'll want to see his RC car in action now. You get that? You see that? That was the best part of the video. That was my happy stuff moment. Can we get a follow-up video on that? And just have Josh driving the RC car around for an hour. You could do like a point of view cam, throw a camera on there, like a GoPro, and we just kind of watch Josh drive back and forth, up and down, having that thing doing barrel rolls, flipping around, doing whatever it needs to do. I'm sure they have one of those like RC tracks in Michigan. I think they actually have some here in the Bay Area. It kind of got me thinking, that'd be cool to go watch. I mean, that was so damn fun to watch, and it was so unexpected, Didn't see that coming. So good. So yeah, I mean, even if you are a Josh, Kalis hater, you have to at least watch the RC, action. He just might win you over. He's got skills. Thing was going back and forth, and he can fix it too. So what did he break the control arm? We'll fix it. Still going. He's like, let's go this way, and let's do a drive-by. Thing just flies around. His dog's like chewing on it. Good times. But as I said, I mean, dude's one of the most respected, guys in the game. And if you don't believe me, why don't you just go ahead? I'll save you some time. If you're not vibing with Kalis by now, just skip ahead to 1606. I'll save you some time. And just hear it for yourself. Just hear that. That right there. That's what it's all about. 1606 to 1702. I'll save you. Look at that. That's less than a minute of your time. That's all Josh is asking for. He doesn't need your respect. He's got tons of people's respect. I'm just saying, you got to recognize. So much respect to Josh. I'd love to hear it. Love to see it too. That's very cool. Always cool to see this when you guys give back. You extend, you work your way to the top. You extend your hand down, bring others up with you. That's the way it works. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, do it ASAP. What are you holding on? What's your deal? Why? Are you busy? Yeah, I get that too. But it's 19 minutes, 30 seconds of time well spent. But yeah, let me know your favorite parts. Mine was definitely the RC car part. Loved it. Or the RC part, because remote control car part. Yeah, whatever. Only because we didn't get to see him land that 360 flip at that Muni spot. Maybe on the next one. I don't know. We'll see. One of the worst things to do is talk into a microphone with ice in your mouth. And I'm doing that right now. I apologize. Next up, Chris Colbourn. dropped his flower suit pepper part. 4 minutes, 51 seconds, pure awesomeness. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I mean, right from the opening image, though, I mean, we knew we'd be in for a treat. I mean, dude was literally in a flower like suit. Yeah, I mean, not to be confused with floral suits. No offense to anyone who rocks one of those. They're just not for me. No, I cannot rock them. I will not rock them. Never, ever. I haven't tried and I never will. But, you know, this video, of course, got me all curious, and as if, you know, this flower suit was NBD, and the Googles, you know, displayed a bunch of floral suits suggesting me instead of this flower suit. So I don't know. Can't do it. It's just not my style, not my vibe. You do you if you got one. I'm not talking trash. I'm much respect that you can pull that off, because I can't. But yeah, it was nice to have them, you know, start it all off, you know, just donning that flower suit, you know, just cruising along down the road. How funny would it be to like see someone skating towards you in that flower suit? I think they did. He rolled through like a stop sign. There was a car turning left. It's like, what the hell was that? Daddy, what was that? I don't know, son. All I know is I don't want a flower suit, but I kind of want to know someone who has one, just so I can hear all about it, you know? Maybe I'll get Chris on the show and just talk to him about the flower suit. I'm like, yeah, dude, you're a great skater and all, but let's talk about this flower suit. Thanks for coming on the show, Chris. I appreciate it. I mean, how is it when you have to go to the baño? You know, that's what I ask Chris. This is hard-hitting questions that I ask Chris. Or when you kind of get up and get out of the car, do a bunch of the pedals just fall off? Well, actually, when you're grocery shopping, do you get a lot of looks, Chris, when you're in the flower suit, the grocery aisle? You walk down you walk by the floors, and they're like all like getting their roses and stuff ready for customers, and everyone just kind of stops in their tracks. So I want one of those. Can I have that? Chris just looks at him, shakes his head. There's no price you can pay for this. I'm not for sale. But I loved his opening line at 31 seconds. I mean, only Chris can do stuff like that at that spot. You know, on obstacles like that. And also make it look so damn easy in the process. I mean, I bet he could have done his whole entire video in that flower suit. I bet he could have. So damn cool. However, though, did you notice if you paid close attention, they kept cutting in like close-up clips of him with his suit, the flower suit on, just blinking. And after a while, I started to think like, was that a sign? I'm like, hey, Cookie, are you okay? If not, blink twice. Maybe slow blinks. We will come get you. 1, 2. I think he blinked twice on a lot of those. I mean, I think all we'd need to do is hose him down. Is that right? Is that how you get someone out of a flower suit? Just hose him down. Kind of like in Pulp Fiction, you know, like pointing. Oh, hey, you missed a spot right there. He's like, help! Get me out of here! Blink, blink. I think there was, at least 3 times he was blinking? He's like, help me out, guys. I want to get downloads, but this is too much. I enjoyed his song selection, or selections. Now, I'm not familiar with Drug Dealer. Yes, that's the name of the artist or band. But it kind of gave me a real calm and cool vibe. I guess it fits the floral theme here. It kind of almost felt like I felt kind of like I was shopping or something. Maybe at a Safeway or a Lucky when they were around, like a Trader Joe's, and they have some cool music going on. You walk by the flowers, you're like, yeah, oh, that's right. I need to get something for my mom or my wife or my girlfriend or boyfriend. Someone's graduate. Let's get some flowers. Just got me that vibe, you know, cruising around the store, you know, waiting for an employee to ask them, hey, where are your coffee filters? Oh, yeah, bottom shelf. Always, I know, always. I don't look that low. But that was the vibe I was getting. You know, it fit, you know, Chris's skating very well, too. You know, I actually had to look that artist up on Spotify, and, you know, sure enough, he was there. I mean, both tracks were from the Raw Honey album from 2019. So you can peep them out yourself. You want to add them to your playlist, but you can put the little heart on it. You can check it out for yourself. Oh, I love the tail slide at 141. It was on the other side, and most skaters, will skate the other side of that hubba. Not Chris. He goes on the inside like that. He's like, let me go ahead. I'm just gonna go this way instead, and I'm gonna pop over the curb right here. Okay, is that fine? Oh, how about that gap to lip slide 310? That was nice. Dude was like leaning, like he was sliding, and you see how close that back truck was? It was like, whoo, he was just hanging on to that boy, but for like dear life. But my favorite line was that 353. Nice little nose grind, Pops out, sets up for an impossible with no pushes needed over that ledge. No big whoop. Throws down the heel flip in the street, and then always up the curb to the other side, and then gaps to lip on that rail. Like it's kind of an everyday thing. It's like, what the hell, Chris? Why you gotta do us like that, dog? His Ender, though. His Ender had me laughing. Only someone with a last name of Colbourn could do that. Only someone with the middle name Cookie could do that. It's just that combo right there. It's ridiculous. Day one songs like throwing stuff against the wall. He's throwing his board with that loose truck. It's just, you just see it shatter all over the place. That's ridiculous. Can't even imagine how difficult that was. And I wonder how many attempts. That's what I wrote down. How many attempts? For him, probably 5? Maybe 4. That would be what I'd bet on 5 or 4. Because I picture him trying once, twice. Probably almost made it on the third one. They're all laughing. Oh, yeah, you got this, Chris. Fourth one, he just sticks it. Maybe the 5th. But as expected, though, this video was such a blast to watch. I'm always down to see Chris kill it on a board. And, for those actually keeping track at home, this is his second part this year. So maybe his acronym run might be official. I don't know. I'm trying to keep calm, not to get too excited when I see multiple parts, Time will tell, though. Time will tell. Let's see, what else did I watch this week? Oh, I watched the latest Habitat Skateboards Highway Habitual. That was pretty good. It was 10 minutes, 43 seconds of time well spent. However, as weird as it sounds, I had to point this out. I didn't pause or rewind one time. Not once. I mean, I enjoyed the entire video. I just watched it, was blinking. I think it was just like, oh yeah, cool parts, cool skating, kick-ass skating, of course, kick-ass spots. The music was chill, but I never paused and rewound. Never. I mean, it doesn't happen too often. That's why I had to say it. It doesn't. But it doesn't say anything bad about the video. It didn't happen. I just watched it. That's about it. I respect what Habitat is doing, and they've got a really stacked team. I mean, I'm always reminded whenever I see the videos. Oh yeah. So I mean, do check out this video. As I said, time well spent is just another reminder how good of a team they have. We forget. I mean, at least I forget. Speaking for myself, I forget how well of a team. And we know about Mark, Austin, of course. So many good skaters on that team. And finally, has anyone been keeping an eye on the Jacuzzi Unlimited's IG page? They appear to be stacking teammates left and right. Every time I just kind of jump on the Instagram, I'm seeing more and more. And they're from all over the globe. Spain, Australia, Georgia, Los Angeles. Even a skater right here in San Jose. I mean, that's a no-brainer, of course. I know, that's kind of it's shooting fish in a barrel, right? It's easy. But I bet you can't guess who that particular skater is, though. Actually, it should be really easy for you to figure it out because most of the old Enjoy crew have either moved away or no longer skate. Process of elimination. Think really hard. Okay, think really, really hard. I'll give you a second here. Are you ready? Okay, we'll both say it at the same time, okay? On 3. 1, 2. Castleberry. Yeah, good job. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, that's not what I was thinking, but that's what it is. I was just telling you. You were thinking right. So yeah, Jacuzzi is stacking those chips, man. Just stacking. And then, I've already been on record saying that I will buy some of their product. I will, I promise. I'm like, take my money, Louie. My credit card is here. It's for you. My wife will not be happy seeing, 2 or 3 boards, arrive in the front porch soon. As long as they have like, an 8 or an 8.1, I'm down. I'm buying it. I'm good. I can already hear her saying, "No, but you already have like 8 skateboards in the garage." And I would say, you're in actually, I mean, kind of some my completes, but with these new additions, I now have 5 boards like in the pipeline. So my pipeline's kind of stacking. I mean, I've got a lot of skating to do this summer. I got to catch up. Just hoping this damn knee holds up. Legit. Grew 1 year older this year, and I feel my age. I literally, like, friends and family, and mainly my dad would always ask, "Do you feel your age? How do you feel?" This year, I feel my age. I feel it. It sucks. It's like, damn, man, this is true. Like, just don't get older, kids. Don't get older. Stay healthy. Stretch. All these things that I haven't done, I'm starting to do. Got to stretch to just kind of get into bed these days. I'm like, all right, we can have a good sleep. Got to do some stretches. All right. But yeah, I have a lot of skating to do, especially now I'm going to have to buy a couple of Jacuzzi Unlimited boards. So shout out to that brand. I mean, they should actually do like their own JIT video, Jacuzzi in training for all the skaters they're adding. Yeah, they should. Now I think about it. That's a great idea, Rick. But I'm very excited to see this brand grow and basically mold into the jacuzzi it is meant to be. Great idea. I love the distribution center aspect of it. Like Louis and his masterminds, they are going to be, they're setting up for greatness. Guaranteed. And we all got to see it from the ground up. It's so cute. We'll get to see them turn into a little butterfly right before our eyes. But yeah, peep their IG page though. Follow them because they're stacking, and hopefully a video comes soon. Hopefully, lots of product comes soon. I wonder if they're gonna add some of those wigs, right? When they initially launched, I think they had 4 items. It was some shorts, a wig, some invoices. Yeah, we're all gonna help with those invoices, and then it's a board, just one model board. So we'll see. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of this. What have you been watching? What did I miss? What should I check out? Talk to you next week.